Hi, welcome to Rick Snider's Washington. I cover football a lot of years. I've asked a lot of coaches this question, and mostly they vary on their answers. And it is, what's harder for a coach? To take a bad team to good or a good team to great? A lot of coaches feel you can take a bad team to good. That's not the harder part. It's now where do you go once you're there? And that's where the Washington football team now sits. They went from bad to good. 7-9 is decent. Gave it a good play in that playoff game against Tampa. Didn't quite win, but they played respectably. So I think most people would say they're, a decent team. Now, can Rivera get them from good to great? And that's going to be the real challenge. And it all centers around quarterbacking, let's be honest. This year they started 4 different quarterbacks. And Alex Smith was the best of them. Went 5-1. The rest, Although Taylor Heineke in the last game, he went into the playoffs, showed a lot of courage, played a really good game, threw for over 300 yards. And I think Taylor Heineke should compete with Kyle Allen for the starting quarterback next year. And I think it's time for Alex to retire. But that's the position the team has to really work on. And maybe they go second rounder next year or third, in the draft coming up. Because they're going to need that quarterback. They need some other things. We saw with the defensive line not doing well against Brady. Brady picked the secondary apart. I think linebackers need some upgrading too. So there's a lot of holes in this team. I wouldn't spend that first rounder on that quarterback. But that's Rivera's challenge, to go from good to great. I think Rivera's the best coach this team has had since Joe Gibbs won. And that was almost, 30 years ago. Hard to believe. But that's, he's the guy maybe who can do it for them. He's done it with other places, but they're going to need a lot of overall help here. So not a simple thing. So next year, I'm not sure that they win the NFC East, but maybe they break in a quarterback and maybe they start moving ahead. Hard to say. Hey, Seasons of Discontent podcast is up. If you love 2 minutes, try an hour. It's wherever you get your podcast for free. Oh, man, it's time to go already. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow on Rick Snider's Washington.